know enough to know that a loose wheel is not good.
A loose wheel is not good, but if you can hear, you can hear her squeaking, and that squeaking is the water getting in between the surface of her gloves and the wheels, and she's not getting the grip she was earlier in the race.
Okay, so we'll go back to look at her as you were describing her pulling over. So if I'm in this chair, how concerned am I suddenly now about my equipment the rest of the way here?
You are absolutely concerned. Here she is stopping to tighten her wheel. She's got to pull all of her tools out. And once something goes wrong, there's a chance that there's going to be problems continuing.
That's phenomenal. What we don't realize. So in this chair, she's prepared. She has rain gear.
Absolutely.
She's got tools. You have your hydration system. There's a lot going on here besides those three wheels.
100%. So you're carrying your own water, your own nutrition. You're also carrying spare tires, tools, and you need to be able to change that tire on your own from the racing chair.
Phenomenal athletes, and then so much more that goes into it. So we will obviously keep a close eye on Susanna Scaroni there as we head back to the start line and get ready for the men's elite start, which is now less than a minute away. This is a really deep field, Med. We got, obviously we have ELIUD Kipchoge, but they have people out here they think that can contend with him.
Kipchoge is the favorite, obviously. He has so much knowledge, so much championships, so many, and the reigning world record holder. But at the same time, today is Patriots Day on Monday on Boston, and you got to go from Hopkinton to the finish line in Boston.
So we are counting down, and it is certainly a much more narrow start than you are used to when you're seeing in New York City. But they are in Hopkinton and getting ready to go 5 turns and 26.2 miles to get here. So from the gun and the applause, I mean, this is just like 1897, only they got better shoes and there's a mobile tracking app. We can keep an eye on everybody as they go through. And the man there in the kind of brick red shorts, the arm sleeves, ELIUD Kipchoge, the greatest marathoner in history. Evans Chebet in the darker kit to his left. And Meb, we're a few hundred meters in this, but explain to me how it is that Kipchoge controls this race the entire way.
Well, the most anticipated race has just begun, and they're just looking forward to be able to just have calm and know yourself at this point, and know you don't want to make any mistakes, but this is a deep field. Everybody's coming down to be able to just stride and analyze each other and who's going to be the contenders. And Kipchoge obviously been the favorite by a lot. He's going to dictate on this race unless somebody makes a move.
Take a look at the records. That's the old South Church, by the way, right here at the finish line. Men's professional course record, Jeffrey Mutai. Now, he has said that he would like to get that record. Obviously, he would like to win first, and then if we can come through the record, that is great. Busanesh Diba has the women's professional record, and then you see the two greats in the race currently out there, Marcel Hoog with the men's wheelchair and the women's wheelchair from Manuela Schar. To the right there, to the right there, just as you should see, dressed exactly like Kipchoge, is Chogi, who is one of his teammates and training partners. So let's go through some of the field here and tell you, beyond ELIUD Kipchoge, and to me, I'm not really sure we got beyond ELIUD Kipchoge, but he's there first. Evans Chebet, Benson Kipruto, you have the 22 champ, the 21 champ, and they are teammates, Meb, and who knows if they don't gang up here.
Absolutely, to have a teammate here is huge, and Kipchoge is there for possibly for Kipchoge, and you know, each has its teammates, so it's going to be fair and square.
And listen, Evans Chebet's run 2:03, so that's no joke. And he's also the defending champ of the New York City Marathon. He was the first guy in many, many, many years to win both New York and Boston in the same year. Kerry, listen, that's a good first page. We can go beyond that, but those three right there are unbelievable. Get behind it. Lisa DeCease is one here. Shuri Kitata actually beat. He's the last guy to beat ELIUD Kipchoge.
Yeah, Shuri Kitata, he definitely is the last guy to beat, and he knows that, and so does Kipchoge.
And keep an eye on Connor Mance, probably the top American hope in this race, the two-time NCAA cross-country champ from BYU. Man, it looks like they're going uphill. That's a little one. Wait till we get to Newton, and we get to the Newton Hills and Heartbreak Hill as well. So we got a pack there. It'll sort itself out. We've got 26 miles to do that, so that gives us time to go back to Duke and Sage and hear what they have to say about running.
A little bit about running, I guess, how to wave at others doing all the work while we just stand here and talk about them. Let's talk about the women's race, which is going to start in just a minute here, because, I mean, some American women, really, really fast group of American women today, part of a professional field that is so impressive overall.
And, you know, the interesting thing is, they were telling us Friday, they say an American can win this year.
Want your mindset to be? What do you want to be telling yourself when you're hurting those last 6 miles? And I think you really have to know your why in Boston.
You can just feel the energy. You feel like there's something magical about to happen. The last time that I kind of had this vibe in this experience was 2011.
Yeah, you never know for sure, but it's really so impressive, John, between Des, Sarah, Emma Bates. I mean, this is truly a great generation of American women that's really going to be an honor to watch out here today.
We're going to touch on that with Kerry as we take a look at the men's race. And at this point, there are guys in there that are contenders. There are guys in there like, I would like to get in a photo with ELIUD Kipchoge. There are guys in there that would like to say that, you know what, I was up front of the Boston Marathon for a couple of miles. They're just, right now, these guys are running. It'll be a while until they start racing. So we got a triple box there with the men's elite race and that first pack early on, a mile into this thing. And then Susanna Scaroni, who's working really hard bottom right in the triple box, and Marcel Hoog, who is rolling through. They've gotten through, I don't have the up-to-date. It looks like we're a little behind on that one, but they have gotten through half of this thing. There we go, Amanda. And we take a look. And so it appears for the moment Susanna Scaroni has survived that scare and has things under control.
It does. Susanna's looking good. She's looking strong. She's looking comfortable once again. She's pushing a little slow here, but it looks like a climb to me. Marcel crossed the half at 36:31, putting him on track for a 1:13 finish time. Now, the second half of this race is slower than the first half. We're going to hit some climbs. He's going to slow down, but a world best time and a course record here might be in reach for him.
As we saw earlier, the course record here, 1 hour, 18 minutes and 4 seconds for the men. Women's time, well, Manuela Schar's best time here is 1:28.17. That's the course record there.
That is the course record here as well. It looks like Susanna's projected time is just off of that right now at a high 1:28, but she hasn't hit those hills on the second half yet. The first half of this race tends to be significantly faster for the wheelchair division than the second half.
Coming through Wellesley, all 3 races right there. And the women's race to start in about 2 minutes. So then we'll have all kinds of stuff.